YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, and I am back with the Hannibal at the Gates campaign. I wouldn't say that I'm completely exhausted, but I'm darn well close. It has been a long day here at Casa de Carthage. Had to mow the lawn, and my wife and I went for a bike ride, which was awesome. It wasn't like a bad thing, but it kind of wore me out. And it was like sunny. It's like the first day you've been out in the sun, after all winter, and got tired from that, and then had to wash the car and vacuum it and get all that other stuff done too, plus a bunch of other things. So good grief, I'm tired, but that's partly because Air's not exactly an old man, but sometimes I feel like I'm getting closer to it than I like. But I'm excited to be back here on the Hannibal at the Gates campaign, and before we get started, just let me tell you all, things are about to get busy for me at work. I do have videos, though. I'm going to record a big bunch of videos and just set them to upload while I'm away. But I'm going to be gone pretty much all next week to North Carolina on business, and then when I get home, I have to turn around the next Wednesday and go to Oklahoma for about a week on business again. But eventually, I'll get done with all that stuff. It's going to be, it'll be almost a week. So it's going to be a lot, but should be able to get plenty of stuff recorded. Plus, I've been a little more scarce than usual. It's not like I haven't been uploading, but at a slightly slowed pace for the last few days because I've been finalizing getting a house. Just purchased my first home. Obviously, that was a big deal, very exciting, but it requires a lot of paperwork and time, and it's been years in the making trying to save my way towards that, so it's pretty exciting. In any case, that's enough about me. Enough of the boring stuff. Let's get back into the war with the Vitones, who need a good butt kicking. And then Hannibal is making his way towards Emporion right now, which is funny because they're like squared off with me right across the bridge. These guys want a piece of Hannibal and all of their Greek majesty there. So let's see what we can do. Hannibal needs a veteran in his army, that's for sure. Where are my veterans at? So I have a champion way down here doing nothing that needs to go be in one of the armies. So let's get him and move him clear back here to Carthago. This army is making its way back to Carthago as well. And let's see. This navy finished off the Romans, so we can bring it back in. The Romans really kind of been toying around with me down at Hippo Regius. I have a lot of money right now because of the mission, the different missions that I've accomplished, but I don't have a lot when it comes to income-wise. So some buildings would definitely help that. This wine trader may not be a bad build. I usually build the amphitheatron because it's a solid bet. A grain market or a wine trader would probably be pretty nice. Let's go with the wine trader, and then I don't know how much food I have. I do, I can see it, but I'm going to be careful about how much I upgrade a city center until I shore up a couple more settlements with some more food. So I'm just thinking here, I think a temple to Baal-Hamon will be more appropriate here. I'd like to build one that gives me a little income, but if I do, I'm worried that all the Iberian influence from tribes that aren't at war with me around will be too much to handle. We got that taken care of. Aruna is going to need some buildings here as well. Build an agora at one, and then I'll build an outskirts as well. That should kind of help get it back on track. And I think that leaves us now with the potential for a gigantic battle here with Emporion, because Hannibal is pretty much going to make a run for the Alps as far as I'm concerned. I could get around Emporion by hitting the Bertigala and the Volcale or whatever, and it looks like I could make a run through the Alps via this direction that would be a little more historic. But if Emporion turns on me, I'd have to be prepared. I'd like the income, though, from hitting Emporion and taking it. So Hannibal kind of had to make his march by secret. And I think he went through this area here and then came through the Alps down into, well, Italy's way further over. I don't know where it was at. Yeah. So that would be quite a ways through the mountains. Yeah, I don't think the map goes that far north, so yeah. I mean, I'm going to have to come down through here. Might be able to cross the Alps right there. I mean, the best route is to just take the seashore. I honestly think I'm just going to take the seashore. It's not as historic, but it'll bring Hannibal into relatively the same area. I do believe that's what I want to do.
Ready for orders.
And I think we need to take on
Ready for battle.
Emporia.
We fight for you, my lord. For Carthage!
Okay. So, let's see, the Emporion army is mostly just hoplites. I've got quite a few Scutari, and some Lusitani, or some noble fighters, as well as my own Carthaginian infantry here, and I've got a lot of really good cavalry too. So this ought to be a pretty easy fight just because of Emporion's lack of units, but we'll see. Who knows, maybe they'll make a better fight of it than I expect. I have a pretty serious skirmishing advantage, as I have 4 Balearic slingers to their 2 probably levy-type slingers, and their 1 Balearic slinger there. It is going to be a bridge battle, though, but I can take my time and handle this. What I'll do is probably take some of my sturdy Carthaginian forces, and yeah, I'll just kind of split up some of my troops here. So let's start deployment. Yep, the armies of Emporion across the river. And I'll tell you what we'll do is let's get our slingers up here. And I'm going to put my Scutari and my noble fighters here. And then I'll take my Carthaginian infantry and my light Spanish infantry. And we'll head through this way. And I think I'll leave Hannibal here to shore up this area with some Carthaginian horse. And then we'll take the other horse and support this flank here. Yeah, this ought to work. So let's go ahead and start the battle. And what I want to do is get my slingers clear up to the water edge and see if I can get any shots across the river.
We have the advantage. We have pressed forwards, and I would have not done so if victory would not be ours. Make ready, men.
Hannibal telling the men to make ready.
Run! Our orders! Orders!
Okay.
Cavalry! Slingers!
I do have plenty of range on their skirmishers.
Gotcha! Warriors eager for blood!
Oh, those are mercenary Iberian slingers. Mine are mercenary Balearic slingers, so my slingers are going to have a clear advantage here. Looks like Emporion is actually going to make for the bridge, which means that, oh, they have infantry over here as well. I guess I should pay attention to that mini-map. So they're crossing some hoplites and pikemen here. If I'm going to kill those pikemen, we're going to have to split up. Oh, they brought their cav across. They're going to go for my slingers. Let's go save my slingers. I'm going to engage their citizen cav here. Get out of there, slingers.
Scutari! Cavalry! Scutari! Scrappers ready! Warriors, battle ready!
Okay, I did manage to get my slingers out. Let's see what's going on this side. They've got some slingers over here as well. I'm going to pull back. Really want to try and get them across the water.
Shieldmen! Cavalry!
Time to pull my cav back on both sides.
Scutari! They will bleed for us.
They have mostly hoplites over here.
Warriors eager for
Let's get my slingers pulled in where they can get nicer flank shots. And then here I've been engaged by some hoplites. Their citizen cav went straight into my Libyan infantry over there. Iberian swords are taking some skirmish fire.
right now, ready! Advance at speed! Awaiting orders!
Okay, it's going to be getting tricky to fight this on two fronts.
Fearless warriors! Rah! Slingers!
Let's just target their skirmishers back here.
Fire on them!
Okay, and let's bring Hannibal up close. Now let's get back to this flank. Let's see, my Libyans are causing some damage with their javelins here. I'm going to engage that citizen cav with my... yeah, let's pull these swordsmen in over here to threaten these javelin men that are tearing up my Carthaginian hoplites.
Our general is under attack.
I think they've got trying to get some javelins into my men, or into my general. I'm going to target their own general with my
Noble fighters!
my slingers.
Infantry at your command! Libyan infantry! Advance at speed!
Oh crap, my Gallic cav is taking some pikes head on apparently.
Warriors ready! Libyan infantry! Double time!
Need to get this cav through the gap over here.
Missile cavalry at your command! Swift horsemen! The gods are with
Okay, those
us!
pikes turn to face my Libyan infantry, so
Infantry! At speed!
I'm going to keep just trying to
Riders ready!
get into the flank of these pikes, get them split up.
Double time!
I think I've kind of gotten a hold of that unit. Let's try and get around this one.
All its ammunition.
And let's charge into the flank here.
Ready! Libyan infantry!
Okay, we've broken Emporion on the other side. And it looks like they're broken here as well. So it took a few casualties in some of my units. Nothing too severe though, and we were able to push them back with heavy losses. That skirmishing advantage was key. I mean, look at the number of kills here raked in by my Balearic slingers. So that turned out really nice actually. Gonna push back Emporion with heavy losses. Hannibal Barca levels up, and we'll just step right back across this bridge to our side
We cannot do that.
and recoup those losses before we push on their capital. That should be appropriate timing. Let's see, this army at Esturica is oh, here's Mossman, folks. You know what we should do? We need to send Mossman to escort Hannibal into enemy territory as well. So I'll see if we can get him caught up. And then we need to get another mercenary veteran to send with Hannibal. None of these guys have improved military training, unfortunately. This will work because this guy gives upkeep bonuses. Okay. Alright. And Iruna is fine for now. Esturica should be coming under better control. Let's take this spy down here and see if the Vitones have anything else waiting near Abora.
As you command.
This is a pretty high level spy. Okay, looks like the Vitones are pretty much finished off down here after I defeated their armies a couple of times, so probably no huge threat left to me there in Iberia. Okay, let's see if there's...
At your command.
Hannibal's army, Bale's Wrath, has been improved here. Let's see, so... This gives me an upkeep bonus. Mercenary hiring costs, melee attack skill for infantry units, and defense. That would be nice. Missile damage improvement. Missile damage and melee. Or we can improve formidable fighters, which I don't think we need to do. I don't think we need to improve the siege experts either. What would allow us to build well, we can already construct medium siege engines, so that's good. I think I'm going to go with this melee attack skill for infantry and melee defense. So that should improve the stats on my swordsmen. And it is looking pretty good. 46-37 stats on my mercenary Scutari right now. Wonder why there's a morale penalty on those guys. My Libyan infantry is quite beastly. Alright, so that... Oh, we have another upgrade in that army. Sorry, my bad. Hannibal himself. So he can already do night battles. Zeal. Let's give him Dread, which is minus 10% morale for all enemy units. So that should be good for Hannibal. That'd be an interesting trait for him to take on. And let's go ahead and end the turn. And hopefully in a couple of turns when some of those buildings finish, and then also whenever I retake some of my territory from the Batones, my income should pop back up. I just have a lot of armies right now and a lot of mercenaries.
A river of goods and coin.
I'd be happy to have a trade agreement with you. I don't want to fight you, that's for sure. So that's helpful. And they were only at war with the Lusitani, so that shouldn't create any other bad feelings towards me from other factions that are friendly with them. Emporion's going to try and take out Hannibal, probably. Or at least screw with his army. Yeah, that's right, chump. Eat some dirt. The Maori are now pushing agent actions against me. Wow. I'm going to have to take my army back that's headed towards Carthage and go deal with them. So the wells were poisoned. At Sissus, an enemy was wounded trying to target Hannibal. And the other dynasties are working on some promotions. This admiral at Sissus needs to die. So I think I might, quote-unquote, accidentally get him killed. See if there's any promotions I can secure here with my guys. Nope. Yeah, this guy's got a little too much influence, and rather than pay to have him whacked, I'll just send him up here to Emporion and make sure that he meets with an unfortunate incident. And that should take care of him. We can get this agent into Hannibal's army for military training. And then where's Mossman? Here he is. And we'll just make sure Mossman keeps heading this way. Unfortunately, this army that's now made its way quite a ways from Siga. Well, you know what? Let's just take this agent back towards Siga because we're going to end up recombining him with this force here. So we're going to have to turn back around and come back and put a beat down on the Maori. I might come out here at Eol, put to sea, and sail back. That might turn out a little quicker. And it looks like we can improve Siga here, so let's build a farm. I could use a little more food right now. Oh, look at that. The Batones join the Celt-Iberian Confederation, and I am not at war with the Celt-Iberian Confederation.
I welcome you, worthy speaker. I listen because your
I'm already
people
trading
are
with
known
them, in
to have
fact.
honor.
And now I have a non-aggression pact with them. So that is actually very helpful. Yeah, so if I can keep good relations with the Celt-Iberians, then the war in Iberia is pretty much over, and we can move to hit the Lusitani at their last stronghold here, which it's giving them pretty high odds for being able to beat me. I'm not sure I agree with it, but let's take them out. And this should be pretty much the end of this episode. The Horns of Netto. Yeah, I think the AI is overestimating its chances. in the auto-resolve, but we'll see. Battle's not over until it's over. Start the deployment here.
Shield them!
That's a lot of growling there.
Ready?
Okay.
Cavalry!
I'm going to put my Carthaginian cav behind my lighter sword units for support.
Our orders!
I'll run my hoplites down this flank and put my elephants near them.
Warriors ready!
Got 3 slinger units
Aye!
My lord!
and a couple of javelin units. I actually will leave these guys on skirmish, spread them out in front of my lines and let them take some shots.
War elephants!
Okay, let's get things started.
Advance!
I'm just going to push forward and attack the Lusitani. I don't think I have any particular reason to fear them. They're going to want to gather their reinforcements.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Yep, so the reinforcements coming from here. Here, actually looked at his mini-map, folks. Doesn't mean he'll probably keep doing it, but once is better than never. Take a look at my Carthaginian troops moving up here. Man, I love the Mercenary Scutari, like a sweet addition. War elephants looking all kinds of nice. Carthaginian hoplites, good grief, man, this game does look good. Looks real good. Surprising too, like how good so many of the Total War games have looked, like Napoleon and Shogun 2 are both also very beautiful games. I actually thought Empire looked really good too. Now, obviously it's a bit dated, but you know, I really do think it looks nice. There's a mercenary Celt-Iberian cav making its way to my flank, and there's a Scutarii cav out there as well, so I'm not going to be too hasty about this engagement. There is a mercenary Iberian cav trucking it right towards my main line here.
Orders!
Our orders!
Speed! Ready!
Crap, there's some
Public is ready!
there's some Jav cav over here threatening
Orders!
threatening my flank.
Warriors eager for blood! Loose! My lord!
I'm gonna pull back closer to my line, try and force them forward and bring them under fire.
Cavalry!
My javelins tore up that mercenary Iberian cav a little. Gotta watch that flank, and then hopefully these mercenary Cantabrian cav will come under.
Slingers!
Our general is under attack.
War elephants! Orders! Loaded! Awaiting orders!
Grief, these guys are tearing up my hoplites.
Quick
Get the heck off me! Can't chase him down with my general either. My slingers are having a slower time cutting these guys down than I thought they would.
Ready!
I got more Iberian slingers pushing this flank.
Ready for battle!
I think I'm going to pull this flank back in a little, take a slightly defensive position. The Lusitani are kind of all over the place right now.
Slingers! Forward! Balhamon has blessed us! Slingers!
They have here a whole bunch of swordsmen. That looks like a situation that's asking for my general's attention. So I'm going to give it. I'm going to turn my slingers back in this direction so as to not risk my elephant being injured. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go into stomping mode here all over these Iberians. And I should get a chain route. Alright, yeah, we got a chain route going on all these Iberian swordsmen. That blob was just way too tempting. I don't see... My elephant's not... I can't change the ammunition for the javelins on my elephants, that's weird. I'm gonna go into second wind with my general, so we pretty much stomped all of the all the Lusitani reinforcements here. They're gathering way up here on top of this hill. They've got a whole bunch of skirmishers and cav over there. And my slingers are taking their toll on these units that are passing by.
Elephants!
And we routed a Lusitani noble right there.
Advance at speed.
That was a pretty good situation for me, actually. All right, we can go ahead and reposition.
Cavalry! Tribunas! Melee cavalry ready!
Double time.
Orders!
I've actually gotten quite a few shots off my slingers because their ammo is somewhat used up. Only took a few losses to their javelin cav. I'm gonna try and chase down this Lusitani noble. Yeah, there's no flaming javelin option here. That's weird. My elephants are in good shape because I use the second wind. Second wind's a great ability to have on an elephant unit or a shot cav general. They can benefit from either one. Got rally, raise banner, and inspire. I've got all kinds of war cry. Oh no, don't throw stuff over there. Don't want my general getting hit.
Quick march.
Thank you. Just hit my own general with quite a few sling stones there, but we stopped it. Enemy general went into headhunt and frenzy. The only frenzy that's going on here is my elephants frenzying all over him, and the enemy general is dead. So my general has racked up almost 600 kills at this point, and accounted for the routing of 2 different generals, the death of 1 apparently. That unit's hanging in there though with 10 men left. Are you kidding me? In the face of an entire enemy army. There we go. All right. Some Iberian slingers that came back from routing here too, and they're trying to make their way to the rally point here. So it looks like all the Lusitanians have moved up there to rally together. All these guys back on fire at will. Okay, so we can now move this army up and go threaten the Lusitanians on the hill. Sweet. Alright, well, my general finished his stompening of the enemy troops, now 622 kills. That's pretty respectable. And here's where the Lusitani were aiming to go camp. They wanted to all get together. I do believe I have a ranged advantage. I'm not sure they made it over here with any slingers. So I'll pull up, get my slingers out front, and try and exercise my my range advantage over the Lusitani. And I'll keep my elephants to a flank here. Let's go ahead and just fast forward, get my men into position. Wow, I mean, that elephants are really quite powerful in this game. I mean, they were good in Rome 1 too, but I mean, they are definitely powerful in this game. Of course, they have made them much more expensive, which is good. Been appreciative of the attempts by Creative Assembly to keep them in check. It's quite likely that my slingers are going to try and get charged down by cavalry. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting my cavalry in position to oppose just such a move. And sure enough.
Ready! Warriors, move out! Ready! Warriors, move!
Engage! Cavalry!
I'm going to start pushing this flank here and then push up with my general. And I mean to start a melee engagement.
Shieldmen! Scutari! Orders!
Let's take my slingers, take them off fire at will, target this fast-moving Celt-Iberian cav, because I honestly think it's one
The
of
enemy general
the bigger
is
threats to me.
dead.
AI's trying to work around the flank over here.
Iberian swords!
These Iberian swordsmen want a piece of my Carthaginian cav. I will give it to them, because it's a fight that I don't think they're going to do well in. Clearly not.
We hunger for blood and battle!
And it looks like we have we've broken the main line of the Lusitani, and their forces are breaking. Okay, yep, so the Lusitani on the hill are defeated. That Carthaginian cav charge was cool too. They got quite a few kills. Nice. Well, we broke the Lusitani with minimal losses. That's going to be it for this episode. Hope you all enjoyed it. Heir of Carthage, signing off for now.